Hi everybody, I'm Bob Wilson. I'm a singer-songwriter in San Antonio, Texas since 1968. It's my 174th CD. What I did, I have so much experience. I've done many things in my life, and I'll be 70 in October, and I'm willing to share my experience with people who listen. Okay, this is a how-to, and it's called the secrets, some of the secrets of not being sued. And let me assure you, in the United States, okay, I'm retired, so I watch a lot of court TV, real stuff. I don't like baloney. I don't watch the baloney stuff. I've seen about 50 court cases, and they totally shocked me. You would think, oh, they're gonna get a penny, and they got $100,000. Okay, number one, cover your butt. You have to cover your butt. I assure you, friends, relatives, and strangers will sue you as if they think they can get quick money. Not all of them, but a lot of them will sue you. It will shock you. It will totally shock you. Okay, always cover your butt. We're talking about two subjects: the personal and the business. Okay, the personal, you got to be careful. You know, I'm gonna give you three examples on the personal. Two where you lost, and the other one where the ones that are being sued won. But okay, I'm gonna give you an example. You gotta cover your butt. Cover your butt. The first one, okay, an e-cigarette. These two women, mature women, were driving on the freeway, and the woman was smoking an e-cigarette, and her friend never smoked one, and handed it to her and says, "Man, this is great." So the woman driving pulled out another e-cigarette, and he says, "Look, this one messes up sometimes, but I'll give it to you." Okay, so she put it in her pocket, and while they were driving, it caught fire. It blew up, set her pants on fire. They lost control, totaled the car out. Now, let me tell you, since I watched like 50 cases, I remember the ones who won and lost, but I don't remember exactly the money. Okay, and let me tell you, all of them, the way the judge does it, he does it by, now, if both of them are at fault, the one who's suing and the other one, then the one who's suing loses. But if there's 25% fault or 75% fault, so sometimes, so there's many cases I could have choose from, but this one totaled the car out. The woman had burns, these huge burns in her thing. She was overcharging her e-cigarette, and her best friend sued her for I think $100,000 and got it. The second one is garage door. Now, never mix business and personal. It does not work out. These two high school friends, they've been together forever. The one of them was a successful real estate guy. He was married. He had this townhome for rent. His best friend, who was a football player, who just got a divorce, he was renting the townhome for $1,500. They told him, "Hey, you're my best friend. I'll rent you for $1,000, but you're gonna have to do a lot of work on the place." Okay, you're gonna have to cut the yard. You have to maintain. I have a garage door. I have a garage. The garage door needs to be replaced. You need to replace that. Okay, all right. I'm knocking off $500 a month. Okay, so on the garage door, you're the one that owns the property. You're helping your friend out, right? So you go over there and you give him the code. You put in his personal code to the garage door. Okay, it still goes up and down, but it needs work. And you also give him a key to the side door. He texts you and say, "Hey, I don't have the money to fix the garage door," and you said, "I got this." You said, "I got this." So he was in the garage, forgot the code, forgot the key to the garage door, and the garage door is coming down. So he's a football player, so he races under it. It catches his neck and breaks his neck, and suing you, his best friend, for $200,000. You lost because you said, "I got this." The guy had a great contract. Got to have contracts. Got to put as is, no warranty, all this stuff, and he had to pay his best friend $100,000. Okay, the last one was a trampoline. Now, these two friends, they've been friends for years. This nice lady, she has a son and a daughter. The daughter graduated from college or whatever, 20 years old, and she's having a party. So she put on the social media, she's having a party for the friends. There's 20 friends for the lady. The best friend of the son says, "Hey, can I go?" And she says, "I'll see you there." It's okay. She didn't think nothing about it. They were there. The woman was there with the 20 kids at the party, right? Her son's best friend come in with a couple of other friends who were not invited. They were playing video games. That's fine. But they got bored. So they went out to the swimming pool. Okay, without permission. The swimming pool. And there was a trampoline that was broken, that was 300 or 400 yards away next to the fence to be thrown away. But his best friend said, "Hey, I saw on YouTube where they bounce off the trampoline, does a couple of things, and goes into the water, and we could film this for YouTube." And the other two guys, "Yeah, it's a great idea." They drag it out. He does it. He hit the concrete, broke his neck. He's suing the mother for $200,000. Has a broken neck and everything. She didn't get it. Did not get it. The lady said, "Look, they were there playing video games. This thing was broken. It was far away. He drug it over there. He videoed for a thing, and he did not get it." Let's talk about business. You gotta idiot-proof everything. If you own rental property, I manage a rental property. I idiot-proof everything. You gotta idiot-proof everything. You can't have no holes they can fall down on, nothing they can slip on. On all my leases, I have leases. Of all my leases, it says, in fact, I'm renewing the leases. On one of them, next month, I'm renewing it. It says, "Not responsible for any incidents or accidents on this property." Okay, let me give you 3 examples. Okay, the first one is a tattoo. This woman loved her grandmother. Grandmother passed away, so she's a 2nd grade school teacher, and she well, okay, I have these reversed, but okay, it'll work anyway. So so she went to a tattoo place. She says, "I want on my back, I want to say Granny, I love Granny born first," because she was the first grandchild born, and she was on her stomach. She was on her stomach, and that lady says, "Well, does this look good to you? I love Granny born." Yeah. She tattooed it on there. And then she wore a low-cut, sexy dress to a school thing. To a school thing, and people start staring at her, and her friend says, "Why does your back say, 'I love Granny porn'?" One, she was outraged. Her family turned against her. She sued her. But the tattoo lady said, "Look, you signed a thing that you need to sign something. You signed a thing. You were happy. This is a permanent thing. You're happy with it. We have no liability for the owner or any of the workers on this. You're on your own. You signed away all your rights," and she signed it. So she lost the case. But good for her. The celebrity lady who does a lot of cover-ups for bad ones made a design, beautiful, with roses and a little thing. I love Granny born. And when that 2nd grade school teacher lost the case, the lady told, she's in Beverly Hills. She told the judge, "Tell her I will put that tattoo on for free." But you can't always expect that. Oh. Okay, we have so many of them here. Okay, here's another one. Say you own a store. You own a grocery store, right? You do the best you can. This woman comes in. She comes to your store. It's a busy store. She comes in. She gets a quart of yogurt and drops it. She texts it. She texts the yogurt. Texts her husband and said, "Look what you made me do." She went and got her stuff, full cart of stuff. She went to the checkout. Didn't tell nobody about the yogurt. Okay. Then her husband said, "I need some coffee creamer." She went back and slipped on the same yogurt and sued you for don't quote me on these. There's so many. I think it was $600,000, and she got it. The reason she got it was because the yogurt was on the floor for 22 minutes. That picture that she took of the yogurt was a time stamped, and he lost. One last one. Okay. Here's a man who's a real jerk. If you're buying property, it's called. I'm in the real estate business for 46 years. I've owned 23 properties in my life. I do a lot of things, man. I'm full of it. Okay. He had I think inherited 5 acres of desert property. Okay. He needed money, so he subdivided 2 acres of it, built a beautiful home on it, sold it to this young couple. Young couple with a 10-year-old daughter. 2 acres. Okay. It was a contract thing, but he put on there, as is, where is, not responsible. He was smart. He was savvy. So, I mean, they had the house inspected. It's brand new. Check perfect. They had the property inspected. It's only 2 acres. I bought 500 acres. I've owned 10 ranches in my life. You can't. I haven't walked. I manage 2 properties now, a 10 acre and a 60 acre. But I know pretty much everything about them. But 2 acres. You can't walk 2 acres. Duh. These are people like 30 years old. But make a long story short, okay. So, okay. This is a story. The previous owner owns 3 acres, and they own the 2 acres, so they're neighbors. Okay. So these people have their house. They're all excited and everything. So he was outside playing with his 10-year-old daughter. She's a soccer person, and she hit a ball into some brush. He stuck his hand in there and got bit by a rattlesnake. Oh, anti-venom. You don't want to get bit by a rattlesnake. Anti-venom. He's charging for, don't quote me, I think $100,000. He had to miss work. It was his predominant, I think his right-handed predominant hand. And the owner was a jerk. The owner says, "Look, I didn't bite him. Did you know there's rattlesnakes around? I never saw rattlesnakes on that 2 acres. My 3 acres, I have about 50 rattlesnakes. But I never see nothing on there." And they wanted him to pay for the hospital bill, give him about $100,000, and remove the rattlesnakes. But the judge says, "Just a minute here. Let's look at the contract. Did you sign this?" "Yes." Did you have a chance to read it?" "Yes." "Did he give you 60 days to change your mind?" "Yes." "Did you have it inspected by the home?" "Yes." "Did you have it surveyed?" "Yes." I'm sorry. It's called buyer beware. Now, he's going to make a pretty jerky neighbor. I wouldn't do that. I sold cars, over 50 vehicles. I sold real estate. I tell everybody the truth about everything, but he got away with it. So the bottom line here, cover your butt. Friends and relatives will sue you as quickly as anybody would. Cover your butt. Get things, if you have rental property, get things in writing. As is, no warranty, not responsible. A warranty, I mean, there's a lot of them I could do for you real fast. I'm due for one real fast here. There was this couple that were on a boat, and the captain was a retired Navy person. She knew a lot about boats. So they were there, but she signed a waiver. They were coming to shore, and the guy didn't wait for the boat to stop. He jumped and hit the dock with a suit for $200,000. But it said, "Just a minute, sir. Is it your signature?" "No, it's not my signature." "Is it your signature?" "Yes, it's my signature." Were you forced to sign this?" No, no, I wasn't. I didn't get a penny. So the bottom line is, anyone can sue you. Be careful when you have people on your property, when you have rental property. Contracts matter. I watch a lot of judge shows. One of my favorite, but you learn about contracts. Everything's in the contract. You put if it never lend money to friends and relatives. First, I've lost a lot of money lending money for friends and relatives. What you do, you give them a gift. If they're really broke, they look, "I'll give you $100, man," but never expect a return because you lost a lot of friends by doing that. Oh well, this can't go forever here. So this is Bob Wilson. I'm sharing my 69 years of experience and School of Hard Knocks, and I hope you got something out of this. But anyone in the United States can sue you, and I've never been sued in my life, but you be careful. Have a nice day. Bob Wilson Nation, peace out. Not doing bad. I'll be 70 in October. I don't mind passing my information to people.